Someone returns to Twitter. Oh, I mean X. Let's find out who. But before we begin, be sure to like this video, share it out to all your friends, leave me a comment and tell me what you think, and also subscribe. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subs, so every gentle tap or smash of that subscribe button helps me out. I would really appreciate it. Thank you. All right. So guess who returned to Twitter, or should I say X? It was former President Donald Trump. That's right. For the first time in ages, he has released a tweet, and it's the tweet heard around the world. I will put a screenshot of it on the screen. And let me tell you something. I don't talk about politics often on this show. Sure, I might break down and go against, the woke crowd and all this, but I try to typically avoid any sort of mainstream political thing these days. And not I haven't in the past, but I do now more so just because I enjoy talking about pop culture so much more. But I just wanted to get this out of the way because it is baffling to me that anyone who's against Trump, whether you be a never Trump Republican or you be a Democrat, that you would have gone this route to get rid of President Trump. You don't want to argue ideas with him. You don't want to try to convince his base why they're wrong, because you can't win with them. So what do? You used a corrupt political system. You use a corrupt DA in more than one state to try to bring together a really flimsy case against him. The National Archives plan didn't work. So you're actually attacking his right to free speech, his right to have attorneys, his right to to be the guy he wants to be. You want to attack just those things because you can't win in an argument, especially with running someone like Joe Biden. Who's falling asleep at a memorial service for the Maui victims. That's your guy. That's who you want to support. But no. Um, Pals around. You don't like, Joe Biden. He pals around with these radicals. He hangs out with them. He goes to vacations multiple times. They say that he doesn't even start his day as the president till almost 11. And some of that is rumors. I know, but let's be real. The guy is out of gas. He's out of steam, and his behavior as the president at the Maui Victim Memorial was worse than anything I've seen. It was worse than President Bush after Katrina. It was worse than Obama during the hurricanes on the East Coast. It was worse than any sort of situation that you might have seen Trump take on. But no. He's your guy, and so you're going to stick with him, and you know that you don't have a choice. You know that Bidenomics isn't winning. Gas prices are through the roof. Inflation is through the roof. Before, I could buy 2 weeks of groceries with maybe $50 to $75, depending on what I was buying. Now, to buy 2 weeks worth of groceries, it's almost $300. It's absolutely ridiculous. The economy is not booming. Our allies and enemies alike are laughing at us. And that a former president has a better chance of beating an incumbent because especially his base is going to see him as the incumbent. So you go after Donald J. Trump. But I really think that those of you who are against Trump, and listen, I haven't decided if I'm going to support him or not. I'm no longer a Republican. I decided to register as an independent for the first time in my life. I've been a lifelong Republican. Had a brief stint where I was a Democrat when I was young and stupid in college, but I'm now an independent. So I don't know if I'm going to support him or not. But let me tell you, your behavior makes me want to support Trump. I didn't in 2016, but I did support him through his presidency. I didn't. I think he made really terrible decisions at the end of his first term, especially in regards to how he handled Fauci. He should have fired Fauci day one, but no, he was stubborn and he didn't, and we ended up being on house arrest for 2 years and forced to wear face diapers and not able to communicate and whatnot. Absolutely ridiculous. But that being said, whenever I see just how crazy where the injustices are going, and it's not just Trump. My good friend Jenna Ellis was targeted. Rudy Giuliani, America's neighbor, America's mayor, who supported and uplifted New York City. He defeated the mafia. This is the guy you're going to go after. And several of other of President Trump's attorneys. What happened to attorney-client privilege? What happened to the idea that lawyers, just because their client is guilty, that doesn't make them guilty? Absolutely ridiculous. And every single person from my friend Jenna on down the list of every person who had their mugshot taken, um, a grave travesty of justice was done to them. And you might be saying, Jacob, you talk about pop culture. Why are you talking about this now? Because I care about people's rights. I care about freedom of speech. I care about those things. And listen, you can say whatever you want. Maybe you think Trump handled something incorrectly or wrong or whatever the case may be. That's fine. He still has the right to say it. He still has the right to seek out legal avenues to do it. And he should not be targeted for that. And likewise, even worse, his lawyers, when bar associations were targeting his lawyers for daring to file motions. That's I'm not a lawyer, so no legal advice here, but I'm pretty sure lawyers do that. It's so absolutely ridiculous. A violation of their right to practice law how they see fit. And it's just insane how much Trump's detractors have overplayed their hand. This is the United States of America. We're not Europe. We don't jail people for reading newspaper articles or for praying out. Oh, well, I guess that's changing. I was going to say praying outside of abortion clinics, although that's changing now. We're becoming more like Europe, where Europe has no freedom of speech. Freedom of speech is a relic of a bygone era in Europe. And they're even trying to the EU Commission, which, by the way, is not elected by anyone in Europe. They're a bunch of rich snobs who get together and party and then make policy. It's absolutely silly. England was right to get out of that. Brexit was a good idea, and I hope that other countries join in. I hope Italy and Malta and any other sane European country will get out of the EU. And I hope the U.S. will stop funding it. That being said, I think that, going back to President Trump, congratulations, you just put him in the White House. His mugshot is the mugshot heard around the world. And because of this image, it's going to go on coffee cups. It's already on T-shirts. It's going to go on hats. You thought Make America Great Again hat was a threat to your livelihood. It wasn't. Spoiler alert. It was a hat. Get over it. You thought saying America First was somehow bad or evil because some bad and evil people said it in the past. Saying America First is not evil or bigoted in any sense of the word. But you thought those two phrases were scary. Just wait until you see those mugshots everywhere. You're going to see it in vendors on the street. You're going to see it in malls. You're going to see it in political advertising. You're going to see it on, like I said, on mugs, on hats, on shirts, everywhere in between. You who support this attack on freedom in the United States of America, you hate Trump so much, you're blinded by this, that you support the breaking of the law, you support the violation of free speech, the censorship of it. You just put President Trump in the White House. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you'll give it a thumbs up, that you'll leave me a comment and tell me what you think, that you'll share it out with your friends, and of course, consider subscribing to StudioJake. I cover all kinds of nerd and pop culture topics, including film, television, anime, comic books, and so much more. I hope that you'll also head over to my main website, StudioJakeMedia.com, where I have even more news, views, and commentary Also, if you'd like to support the channel, head over to my locals page. That's studiojakemedia.locals.com. It's the best way to support me. I'm trying to build a little community there. I have exclusive reviews and articles, so definitely head over there and check it out. And I'll see you next time right here on Studio Jake.